Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. This is a long post to just get thoughts off my chest. Need support and TW, mental health issues and suicidal thoughts. Before I tell my story as to why I'm hurting really bad right now, I just want to make it clear that we are doing better. We will make it. We've had some bumps along the way, but I am not going to throw away 21 years of marriage. D-Day was today in 2014, a Friday. Back then I was still active duty in the army. My 45 meters wife, 44F, and I along with our daughter lived in Germany. I just returned that February from Afghanistan a month earlier than originally scheduled. I had duty both Saturday and Sunday that weekend, so I was able to leave the unit early Friday around lunchtime to be off the rest of the day. I was home with our daughter and my wife was going to get home later that evening as she was out with friends. Around 5 p.m. I went on the hunt for chocolate and I knew she kept a stash in her nightstand. I had to move her journal out of the way, and when I did, a feather fell out of it. I went to put it back in and curiosity got the best of me. Curiosity broke this old soldier. I know I shouldn't have snooped, but I'm glad I did. I read all about my wife's affair with someone who I considered a friend. I read about how they would go parking to make out and how in love she was with someone else's husband. This went on while we were in Arizona and continued in Germany as he and his family moved to Germany a year or so before we did. They were even getting together while I was in Afghanistan. The trauma of discovering the affair coupled with untreated PTSD from my 4 combat tours ended my career. At the time my contract took me to 23 years and I was on course to be able to stay in until 27 years at that point. But that didn't happen. The affair traumatized me so much that I eventually got in trouble at work. I had a few episodes with people who outranked me by quite a bit. Thankfully though, they were mature enough and knew me well enough to know I was not acting like myself, and my command forced me to go get help at the mental health clinic. I was diagnosed with severe PTSD and depression. I was quickly moved out of my regular unit and into a medical unit called Warriors in Transition Unit. There my mission was to get well and either transition back to my unit or out of the army. And that's where my career died. Yet her AP is still in and excelling. His BS refused to believe me when I told her about them. He made it out like all they did was email each other and he was helping her handle a difficult marriage. I'm not an innocent victim in all of this. Back in Arizona and Germany I was drinking way too much. I know now that I was trying to drown my demons in vodka and beer. I was emotionally unavailable, but I was trying my best to just function, to not become a 22-a-day statistic through suicide. Looking back, all the red flags were there. She would always have a death grip on her phone or was always on it, yet I couldn't get a reply text or get her to answer when I'd call. Since D-Day I have snooped. Usually I find nothing, but 3 times I have found where she has emailed her AP or done internet searches of him. This has only served to keep it fresh for me. I have asked her that if she wants to be with him then she should just leave. I have offered her a divorce, although I don't want a divorce. I want to fight for the only person I have ever loved. But it's hard sometimes. And I'm kinda at my wit's end. TLDR, wife had an affair with my friend that spanned 4 years and 2 continents. It's been 8 years to the day since D-Day. She has tried contacting him and it rips the wound open. Tell his wife. Now. Yeah, I tried that. She is going with what is easier or convenient, or she doesn't want to know the full scope. I've tried to let her know, but she is taking his word over anything else. I gave her the information but she's in denial about it. Maybe she's not anymore, I don't know, because I don't talk with her. Is he still in the military? Can't you report him to his command? Yes, he is. It's a very hard thing to prove adultery. I should have made copies but wasn't thinking about that at the time, and everything has been destroyed or deleted. It would be hearsay at this point. The least you can do is divorce. That's something in your control. You don't need her permission for divorce. you are punishing yourself only. You should still report it. They will do their own internal investigation. Mate, I know it's tough and it's going to be tough, but since D-Day have you really been happy? Mate, I'm going to be honest with you, you are a great guy, you gave it a shot, you protected the family probably more for your daughter than yourself, but don't you want your daughter to have dad that is happy, in love with someone that respects and love him, has self-respect, isn't being destroyed by his wife? Ask any kid, divorced parents are far better than parents you wished were divorced. I loved it too, and thousands of people on this sub were in your shoes. Did you read their stories? Yes, most of them are here because they are going through a tough time, but you can also read the stories of people who left and are happier than ever. They found someone that loves and respects them far more than their ex ever did. You only got one life, you already gave a lot to your country, you already gave a lot to this woman. Isn't it time for you to think about you? I know what reconciliation looks like, failed at it myself, read hundreds of stories. You are just like dozens of other guys accepting reality for what it is, and you are finally mourning this relationship. Close this chapter of your life and move on. And couldn't you report him? Isn't it forbidden to do stuff like that in the army? Definitely some very valid points you've brought up. I got some thinking to do for sure. Thank you, I appreciate it. I looked into reporting at that point, and without evidence they won't do anything. Karma will get him eventually. Not really sure why you're here? Thank you with the lives of myself and my family, for your service. But not really sure why you're here? You seem to blame him for everything when your wife is still in an active affair, if only in her mind. 4 years, you were replaced permanently. With zero justice for you and zero repercussions for her. You're not wrong, I should definitely blame her more. Part of it is the whole issue that I want to throw hands with this dude. We're preached to have honor, integrity, respect and the like, and took all that and wiped his ass with it. But again, you have a valid point. She is as much to blame if not more. Who cares about the dude? It is weird how you are more angry at him than her, but I can remember that feeling when my ex used to flirt with girls who were my friends. It is weird, but I know it. As someone who left 3 years ago, and is still in therapy twice a week, let me tell you it is worth it. You should leave. She does not deserve a loyal partner as you. You deserve better. She will cheat again. They usually do. Or one day she could up and leave you for this guy. Throwing hands with the guy will only put you in jail. Have you ever sat down with legal services to see where you stand? Is leaving an option you have ever explored? I would have your wife write a written confession or put her in the family and divorce her. Once you have her confession, still divorce her and send a letter to his command. Also, under reason for divorce, you can name the person your spouse had an affair with. That will grab the military's attention as it's on official court record. Your comment just hit me like a lightning bolt. Why have I never thought of this? Insist your wife testify to their affair or divorce her. Right now she's protecting him. You're the second person to say that, and I for some reason never thought of this. I think you should leave her. What is so great about someone who does this to you? Nothing, honestly, nothing great at all. I'm just all sorts of confused still. I think my mental health issues compound everything as well. Therapy. With being a soldier, deployed and all, you should see a PhD psychologist. Leave her. Get a good divorce lawyer and a good psychotherapist and build a happy life without someone who had such little regard for your emotions that she would cheat, especially with a friend. How awful. This is the fallout of not leaving immediately. Staying destroyed your mental health. Don't offer a divorce anymore, book a consult, pick a lawyer and file when you're prepared. You still have life left to leave. Don't spend it with someone who doesn't respect you. I discovered my wife's betrayal years later too. We reconciled, and it took me years to get to a place I could function, let alone help others. A few things to think about. First, I think you may relate to this article. Second, the biggest breakthrough I had was taking small group classes with other betrayed men at affairrecovery.com. They also have classes for wayward women. Your wife may benefit as mine has. I found their articles and YouTube content most helpful. In our class, I befriended a sniper who'd been betrayed during his deployments. He described the suffering from discovery of infidelity to be worse than anything he had to deal with in combat, including witnessing the death of friends. You're grieving countless losses here, from your marriage and friendships as you knew them, to a shortened career and future income. I found it helpful to grieve each of these fully and properly. Search grief and self-compassion to help you prepare for the agonizing moments. These are individual battles that merit their own preparation with the basics: good rest at night, limited screen time, healthy food and lots of water. Exercise, listening to intellectually interesting podcasts and nostalgic music can help too. Looking back, you know those moments of panic are fleeting, and you have the capacity to survive every single time. That's not nothing, these are worthy achievements, and in time you'll find you can transcend acceptance in grief and even muster the strength to help others. Edit: this post is flagged for human review. Apologies if I've said something untoward, though I'm not sure what that might be. I never saw the flag for human review, and you've done nothing but give some really good advice to me, and I am grateful for that. Thank you. I will check out that link for sure. The best thing is to hire PI and then lawyer up with evidence. Don't make your mental unstable and could lead to something violent. Keep no contact with her, just ignore her. If she starts showing remorse, then make her confess everything and write a timeline. Also lawyer up if you have that proof. Remember, she will not leaving you for her benefit as a wife of military. Stay healthy. I am a vet from another country. You can't begin to heal until you cut off the poison. She took so much away from you already. Don't let her take away your future. You deserve to have a partner that loves and respects you. You are worth it. You matter. I'm unfamiliar with how the military goes about this when infidelity is involved, but couldn't your wife testify that she cheated with this pos when you both served in the military? Wouldn't that count as evidence, even if the correspondence itself has since been deleted? It's worth doing if there's a chance it'd work. And it'd show if your wife's as serious as she claims about reconciling, since she'd not only admit to the affair, but do so to bring this post down. Outside of all of that, I'm sorry you're in this position. One of the first rules of reconciliation is absolutely no contact with the AP. Another rule of reconciliation: phones, email and social media and any other accounts are open. They lost the right to privacy when they cheated. Another: has your wife gone to therapy to fix herself? You are still in love with her from the beginning, not the during and after. Think about that. You shouldn't have to snoop on your partner or spouse. And no matter how bad the relationship was or how bad the partner was being, drinking, depressed, ill, pregnant etc., doesn't mean you go out and cheat on them. You can break up, divorce, ask for marriage counseling. You don't bring in outsiders into your relationship to destroy it. She shouldn't be trying to contact him at all. She has been to therapy and just started again last week. I absolutely agree with you. Thanks for bringing up some good points. We all have PTSD. But you have a spouse that compounds that. We were trained to look after each other. She betrayed you. Your buddy is a dirtbag, but she made vows. She searches for him. Remind her she was just a toy for him. He chose his wife over her and she broke her family. I was here. To compound, I saw a body commit self-deletion. I was hitting the alcohol heavy with meds. The thing that got me out was finding purpose. I got rid of the things that hurt me. You are living with your worst enemy. 4 years. You fought a harder battle at home than away. The only way to heal is to cut out that makes you sick. Include leaving alcohol and hitting the gym. Take up jogging. Forget about her AP. If you told other guys this will follow him from deployment to deployment. Wherever he goes, someone will whisper he likes other soldiers' wives. Eventually he will take it up again. But this time the BS will keep the evidence and blow up his world. Your problem is not him. Your problem lives with you. She searches for him. Divorce her. Even if she is single, he will not leave his wife for her. In a way, your wife is the ultimate cheater chump. He used her and discarded her. Now she stays with her plan B. Value yourself. Fix yourself. Better yourself. Divorce her and rebuild yourself. You've been a power serving in hell. Get your freedom and be the best dad you can be for your kids. Not American, so I might have this wrong, but isn't a career ender for the military to cheat on their spouses or with other military members' spouses? You didn't report it? It takes two for a relationship. You might love her, but she doesn't love you, otherwise she wouldn't have cheated, or at the very least, seeing how it destroyed your life should have made her change her ways. Yet after 8 years, she is still going after him. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.